What is up, guys? And this is What If Deku had kamanari's quirk. It's hard for me to say. So basically, what it's gonna be like is, well, first I want to say that every 1,000 volt is, let's say 1% of one for all. So Deku is just like, like full cowling with one for all. Let's just say that he can do that with the electric quirk, and a lot of people say that he wouldn't get bullied, but I think that, well, yeah, he wouldn't get bullied because he's strong enough, but I think that Bakugo would always pick fights, and they'd end up tying a lot, with Deku being at 1,000. No, that's too good. Let's say 200 volts at the age of whatever in kindergarten, when him and Bakugo are always fighting. Then we skip ahead 3 more years, so he's like 8 now, and him and Bakugo fight again, and this time he's at 700 volts, and Bakugo's also gotten way stronger, so they fight again, and then it's a tie again. And let's say by the time that the sludge villain attacks, Deku will be at, let's say, well, since he had this quirk all his life, I think that he'd go with a big jump, especially since he's learned how to train his quirk. Like the weaknesses and stuff. I think that Deku would, by the time that the sludge villain attacks, be at 5,000 volts. Now, you may think that that's way too strong, but I think that it's just about right. And also, Deku, so when the sludge villain attacks, Deku has great reflexes, since lightning and stuff. His reflexes are really fast. So when he turns on his full cowling lightning thing, he'll be able to, let's just say he won't be able to hurt the sludge villain, but he'll be able to paralyze it. And he'll be able to paralyze it long enough for All Might to reach him. And when All Might reaches him, then All Might just puts away the sludge villain. And then Deku gets his autograph, doesn't grab onto All Might's leg because he has a really powerful quirk. He also learns that everyone's quirk is different, so he doesn't want to be exactly like All Might, he just wants to be as great as him. No, actually, let's say that he wants to be better than All Might. And then we skip ahead. I think it was 10 months to the exams, and he's at, let's say, 15,000 volts without going brain dead like Kamanari. And basically what he learned, so let's just say that he learns how to fly using his lightning. Let's just say that he can fly by using his lightning. He just surrounds himself inside of a lightning bolt, then he throws it while he's in it, and he can fly like that, and he can control the lightning bolt while he's inside of it. And also, so he has came up with a punch move. even though he doesn't want to be exactly like All Might, he knows that he's gonna need some melee moves, so he comes up with both punches and kicks. So, yeah, he just surrounds his fist in lightning to be able to attack like that. You may be wondering, wait, how was he fighting before? So before, he'd always throw lightning bolts. This time, he actually fights with his fist and hands for melee. So let's just say he's also gotten smarter because he hasn't had to train like extremely hard, like as much as he did with All Might. And also, since he already had a quirk, and since he's been training, he did the, well, let's just say he didn't do the beach. In fact, All Might had someone do it. The person who got one for all in this story, well, let's just say there was the Bakugo ran into a villain, and the villain was trying to take out Bakugo, and the villain was overpowering Bakugo, but All Might ran out of time already, the same day as Sludge Villain, and then he saw Bakugo's will, and so he gave him the one for all. So Bakugo has one for all. And so, yeah. And so that would be Bakugo with one for all instead of Deku. So then let's just say on the practical exam he starts flying. I think that the practical exam is where you fight, whatever. During the exam, he starts flying with his lightning bolt technique, and he starts running into things and charging right through them with lightning bolt techniques. Let's just say that he charges through a wall and gets 54 immediately. So everyone's just like, whoa, this kid's quirk is really strong. And so he just like keeps on attacking, and by the time that the 0 pointer appears, he already has, let's just say, since they all weren't inside rows all the time, let's say that he has like 278, and like the villain, I mean not the villain, the 0 pointer robot is about to run over Uraraka, and as soon as that's about to happen, then he goes over 15,000 volts, and he pushes himself to 20,000, and he gets a lot of he hurts himself a lot, but he ends up throwing it, and when he does, it completely shuts down the robot. And while the robot shut down, they just thought, oh, okay, that's all it did. Well, lucky. And then at when they least expected it, the robot just exploded, and Deku went flying. But well, he was already in the air, so Deku started falling after that, and because he was like, okay, good, and he started to relax, but he relaxed too much, and he started falling and couldn't power back up because he overcharged himself. So Uraraka ends up having to save Deku from dying in the original. Let's say that Deku gets not necessarily as much points because he didn't break any bones, even though he did risk his life. he didn't break any bones, and he could have just turned off the robot, but he was thinking too fast. But let's just say, I think that he got like 60 or something like that in the original. Let's say that he gets 30 points this time. So from 278 to 308 points, which, I mean, let's just say that that's a record. Everyone's just like, whoa, this kid broke the record. But he's still second place to Bakugo because Bakugo was already fit enough for one for all. So Bakugo is at 15% one for all. Which, I mean, really, you're gonna put him at the same as Deku? Yes, I'm gonna put him like his one for all is just as strong. But plus his explosion, he's extremely strong. But that ability that Deku just used where he went over it, I mean, he could still do that like Kamanari, but it's to the point to where he doesn't exert himself and take like, and then just like turn stupid like Kamanari. It's like this ability called Overcharge, where he like overcharges himself for one giant attack, which makes himself stronger. But anyway, after this, he's waiting for his thing because he's just like, there's no way that I didn't get accepted. Oh, and by the way, if you're wondering, Bakugo got 347. Let's just say that 347 in his thing, so he got 39 more points than Deku. And now, while Deku and Bakugo are waiting their training, you may be like, okay, that's a really short time. So what if they're training? Let's just say, because Deku has lightning, he like speeds up his body so that it's like more training at once in one day. So let's just say that he can do that, and he speeds up his body to ×2. So in 1 week it's like 2 weeks. So he goes from 15,000 to 17,000 volts, and then he goes to class 1A. They do the whole, the saving thing, and then they go out to the field. Grip test, I'll say that he's about average. Okay, so then the running test, he actually turns into a lightning bolt, and sure, his lightning is not as fast as actual lightning, but its lightning is still pretty fast. So he just like zooms and gets first place, with Bakugo at second because of his giant explosion that just pushed him so far. He actually went flying like across the city. And Ida second, third, and everyone else where there should be. Kamunari is this like, look at how he uses his lightning. I wonder what he's doing. How does he make it like that? So, the ball throwing test. Okay, first Bakugo. Bakugo has one for all this time. Let's just say 1% of one for all will multiply Bakugo's power by 2, so he's 30. No. Let's just say, well, I'm not really gonna give him multiplier, so let's just say he throws the ball, and of course Ochako has infinity, so she just wins automatically. But Bakugo gets, it was 700 at first, right? Well, let's say he gets 3,478 feet. Everyone like so surprised, and then Deku goes he throws it with lightning, so he's gonna get pretty far. So he throws it, he gets 17 more feet than Bakugo. getting second place, Bakugo starts to recognize. Uh, Bakugo's like, you're my rival, but it's not like buddy rivals. It's like how Shoto was during the I forgot what it was called, the festival or whatever, where he's like, okay, you're my rival. Okay, next off, in the next part, we'll be doing USJ, but for now, I'm gonna end the video right here. This was, what if Deku had lightning? I mean, no, what if Deku had Kamanari's power? Part 1. I might have said quirk, but whatever.